Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are hale and healthy. I welcome you to today's English class. Children, today we are going to complete the reading and explanation part of the chapter An Exciting Cricket Match. After that, we'll try to answer a few questions given at the end of the chapter. But before we move further, let's have a quick recap of what we have already read in our previous sessions. So, our chapter talks about the first-hand experience of watching a cricket match in a stadium. Ravi and Krishnan, two friends. They bought the tickets to watch a cricket match in Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium. They were amazed to see a huge crowd over there. They wished to grab the front seats in order to get a better view of the match. It was their first experience of watching a match in a stadium. Soon the match started and the toss was won by... Yes, the toss was won by the captain of Australian team, Aaron Finch. So the Australian team decided to go for batting first. The complete atmosphere in the stadium was exciting and the boys, they were really enjoying it. As the match started, David Warner and Aaron Finch came as the opening batsmen and Mohammad Shami from the Indian side started bowling for the Indian team. The opening batsman, David Warner. He hit a six. Wow, what a fabulous shot it was. The spectators shouted and clapped. It was so wonderful that even the bowler clapped and couldn't stop himself from appreciating David Warner. Yes, that was something great. It was at this time that Ravi pointed out the true sportsman spirit of the bowler, that despite the fact that David Warner was a player of the opponent's team, Mohammad Shami clapped for his good shot. Children, that is what true sportsman spirit is. So the match went on. As it picked up, Australian team scored 150 runs in 15 overs. And yes, with the wonderful partnership of David Warner and Aaron Finch. But then, David was clean bowled in the 16th over. Then it was Steve Smith who took the striker's position and then he took the total score of Australia to 190 runs. Then followed a break and the two boys, Ravi and Krishnan, they headed towards the cafeteria and bought some snacks. Then children started the second innings, wherein Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan started batting. And who started bowling from the Australian team? Do you remember? We did it yesterday. Yes, it was Mitchell Starc. India made a great start with a 4 by Shikhar Dhawan. Now children, let's read out further to find out what happened thereafter. Then the two batsmen scored 170 together and then suddenly Rohit was caught. Then came Suresh Raina. He also couldn't stay on the pitch for long and was run out in the 15th over. The next batsman was MS Dhoni. Dhoni and Dhawan took the score to 181 in the 19th over. The game was at the peak of excitement. So children, the two batsmen about whom we are talking over here? Yes, the two batsmen who started the innings of the Indian team. Who were they? Yes, Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma. Now, the two batsmen, they scored 170 together. Yes, that was quite a good score. The total runs made by the Australian team were 190 runs and both of them together could score 170 runs. And then suddenly Rohit was caught. Rohit was caught means, yes, Rohit got out. Then came Suresh Raina. In place of Rohit, who came? Yes, very good. Suresh Raina came in place of Rohit. He also couldn't stay on the pitch for long and was run out in the 15th over. Now children, even Suresh Raina could not stay on the pitch for long. That means even he was run out in the 15th over. Could not stay on the pitch for long. That means that he could not score many runs and he could not stay on the pitch for a long time. Now in place of Suresh Raina, then the next player had to come. Who was the next batsman? Yes, the next batsman was MS Dhoni. Yes, Dhoni and Dhawan took the score to 181 in the 19th over. Okay, now it was Dhoni and Dhawan, Shikhar Dhawan and Dhoni. Both of them took the score to 181 in the 19th over. So how many runs did India need to win? Yes, India had to make a score of a total of 191 runs because 190 runs were made by the Australian team. So India needed 191 runs. And then in the 19th over they had reached 181 runs. That means 1 over was left and how many runs? Yes, if India could make these 10 runs in the last over, then India would be the winner. The game was at the peak of excitement. Children, what is peak of excitement? Yes, peak means the highest point or the top, and excitement means thrill. Yes, it was the most thrilling and the most exciting point of the game because just 10 runs were needed at 1 over. That means 6 balls and 10 runs. If India was able to make it, India would win, and if not, then Australia would be, yes, declared as the winner. So who did it? Who could make it? Let's read. Now the last over was given to Mitchell Johnson. His first ball was hit by Dhawan. Adam Finch tried to catch it, but he slipped. The match came to a halt and all the players rushed to his help. They gathered around him and helped him stretch his legs until medical help arrived. Soon all was fine. So what had happened? The last over, it was given to Mitchell Johnson, and his first ball was hit high by Dhawan. Aaron Finch. The last over was given to Mitchell Johnson and the first ball was hit high by Dhawan. Aaron Finch tried to catch it but he slipped. Aaron Finch, because he was fielding, he tried to catch the ball but unfortunately he slipped. The match came to a halt. Underline this word halt. Halt means stop. Yes, a player had slipped. There could be an injury or something serious. So the match came to a halt. The match stopped for a few minutes. The match came to a halt and all the players rushed to his help. Yes, as soon as he slipped, everyone, all the players that were present there, they all rushed to help him out. They gathered around him and helped him stretch his legs until the medical help arrived. Soon all was fine. They gathered around him. Who gathered around him? Yes, all the players who had come to help him, they gathered. Children, gathered means, yes, to come together, to assemble. So they all came around him, and around whom? Around Aaron Finch, who had slipped, and helped him stretch his legs. They helped him to stretch his legs. Stretch means to straighten his legs till the time medical help arrived. Medical help means the doctors and all. Till the time they arrived, the players only, they helped him to stretch his legs. Soon all was fine. Yes, in a few minutes everything was fine. Now children, 10 runs were needed from 5 balls. Dhoni hit the second ball for a 4. India now needed 6 runs from 3 balls. There were no runs from the next 2 balls. There was absolute silence in the stadium. The spectators were waiting for a nail-biting finish. The last ball of Johnson was a full toss. Dhoni hit it hard and it went out of the stadium. It was a 6. India had won the match. Krishnan said, "What a thrilling match it was." Ravi nodded and smiled. Indeed, it was. Hooray! We had finally won the match. So, what has been told over here? Now children, remember 181 runs were made by the Indian team, and the first ball of this over, no run was made. So now 10 runs were needed from 5 balls. Now Dhoni hit the second ball for a 4. Yes, the second ball was hit by Dhoni for a 4. Now 10 minus 4, how many runs were left? Yes, India now needed 6 runs, and from how many balls? Yes, just 3 balls and 6 runs. Now there were no runs from the next 2 balls. Yes, the next 2 balls, they got wasted. No runs were made. Now just 1 ball and how many runs? Yes, 6. There was absolute silence in the stadium. Absolute means children, total or complete. And silence, yes, we all know silence means quiet, complete absence of sound. There was no sound in the stadium. Remember, in the beginning of the match, there was shouting of spectators, beating of drums. But at this point in time where anything could happen, there was absolute silence in the stadium. The spectators were waiting for a nail-biting finish. Children, what is a nail-biting finish? Yes, nail-biting finish means, children, something that is extremely interesting or something that makes you feel very excited or nervous because you don't know how it is going to end or what is going to happen next. You are not aware. So that is called such a game, and that is called a nail-biting finish. When you really don't know what is going to happen, anything can happen. The match could go in any direction with the last ball. So everybody was very nervous, both the teams in fact. The last ball of Johnson was a full toss. Yes, I'm sure you all know what is a full toss. Yes, a ball that does not bounce. That is without the ball having touched the ground. It is pitched right up to the batsman. So the last ball of Johnson was a full toss. And our Dhoni, he is no less. Dhoni hit it hard and it went out of the stadium. The ball, it went out of the stadium. It was a 6. Finally, it was a 6, and that is what India exactly needed. India had won the match. Yes, we all understood. We have all understood that India had won the match. Krishnan said, "What a thrilling match it was." Thrilling means exciting. Underline this word, thrilling. So Krishnan said that it was really a thrilling match. Ravi nodded and smiled. Indeed, it was. Nodded means yes, to move your head up and down when you want to answer. So he said indeed. Indeed means truly, really, actually. It was an exciting, a thrilling match. So children, with this, we come to the end of the chapter. I'm sure you all must have enjoyed it. I really had great fun teaching this chapter. Okay, now children, it is very important that whatever we have read, we need to check whether we have understood it or not. Now, let's read and understand and try to answer a few questions. Are you ready? Okay, so let's get started. Answer the following questions orally. The first one is, name the two friends who went to watch the cricket match. Yes, who were the two friends who went to watch the cricket match? Yes, we all know the two friends. Right. Ravi and Krishnan were the two friends who went to watch the cricket match. Children, what is important is you have to frame your answer correctly. So Ravi and Krishnan were the two friends who went to watch the cricket match. Right? We have read the chapter so nicely that you don't even need to go back to the chapter to get the answers. Let's see whether you are able to answer the next question or not. Which seats did Krishnan want to occupy? Yes, Krishnan wanted to occupy the front seats. Very easy. Krishnan wanted, we'll write our answer in past tense, that is wanted. Krishnan wanted to occupy the front seats. Easy? Great. Let's move further. Which team decided to bat first? Very easy again. Who had won the toss? Yes, Australian team had won the toss. And what did it decide? Yes, it decided to bat first. So how are you going to frame your answer? Which team decided to bat first? We'll write the Australian team decided to bat first. Very easy. Children, you have to write your answers in complete sentences. Don't just write Australian team. Write the complete sentence. Australian team decided to bat first. Who hit and scored the first 6 of the match? Yes. Remember? He scored it so well, he hit it so well that even the player of the opponent team couldn't stop himself from clapping and appreciating him. Yes, it was David Warner. So how are we going to write our answer? Who in place of who will write David Warner hit and scored the first 6 of the match. Right? That would be the answer of this question. Let's move to the next question. Who opened the bowling from the Australian team? Yes, who opened the bowling? Now, do you remember this? We had read it today only. Yes. In the recap, I told you who opened the bowling from the Australian team. Very good. Mitchell Starc opened the bowling from the Australian team. Again, write the complete answer. Mitchell Starc opened the bowling from the Australian team. So, my dear children, that's all for today. We'll do 5 questions in today's session. Rest of the questions we'll take up in our next session. So, till then, have fun. Happy learning. Bye-bye.